Good evening. My name is Scott Brown. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of my vlog called Chasing Rabbits. As many of you know, I started a 365-day challenge a few days ago to record a new video every day for 365 days. And I did it for a couple of reasons. First, I'm a professional speaker. I love to speak from a stage, but right now, well, there are no stages. So I needed to create my own stage. Because even though we don't have a true place to practice, we still need to practice. Stage time does matter, as Darren LaCroix would say. So we've created this vlog. Over the past 5 nights, we've talked a little bit about the what if question, which I believe is the foundation for all leadership. And then last night we introduced the idea of games. We talked about what game theory really was, and I teased a little bit about a new theory that I have created that's going to be in my upcoming book called What If? And that theory is all about not mathematical games, but an anthropological game that I believe we all play, about formal games and informal games. Yes, formal games and informal games. Now tonight we're going to talk a little bit about what is a formal game. And I think a lot of us, when we hear formal games, we kind of know what we're talking about. But let's define it a little bit so we have a real crisp understanding of what a formal game really is. So first, formal games have known players. We know who is playing the game. If we are in a formal game of baseball, it's not like there can be a third team that comes in that we didn't know about and all of a sudden beats us at the end. We know who we're playing. There are known players. There is no unknown players in a formal game. The minimum amount of players you can have in any formal game is one. You need at least one player. You don't need two, but you need one. If you've ever played solitaire, you know that you can have a game that you can win or lose, but you only have one player. Minecraft, same way. You can have just one player in a formal game. And as someone who grew up as an only child and only grandchild, I know that you can create formal games without having anyone else to play with or to play against. You just need one player, but you need to know some rules. And rules are the next part. Every formal game has established rules. And if you're in a formal game, you've agreed to those rules. Maybe you don't like the rules. Maybe you think they're antiquated. Maybe you don't think that you should have to follow them, but you know those are the rules. And you know that if you break the rules, there will be some sort of repercussion to breaking the rules. That's why there are rules. With those rules, it helps to create a process in order to play. You join every formal game because you want to play. And as you're playing, the next part is that you're going to keep score. Someone knows how to keep score. No matter how you choose to create that score within that formal game, there is some way to determine who is scoring more, who is scoring less, and you're working towards some sort of a winner. Some sort of a winner, some sort of a loser. Formal games also have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know when they start, you know when they stop. You may not know when the middle exactly is. I'm not really a soccer fan. I don't get the whole time stoppage thing. So the middle's a little convoluted to me, but I know that there are rules about it, that there's created a formal game, that there is some sort of middle. There's also a strategy. You have a strategy to play the game. You know that whatever the game is, you know how you're supposed to play, and there are strategies in order to do better than your opponent. These last two, though, that I'm going to introduce are probably the ones that really separate formal games the most from informal games. The first is that all formal games are man-made. None of them are natural in their origin. We have created the structure, the rules. Everything that we do to play that formal game is man-made. It is all artificially created by us. And the last part is that every formal game that we have created is part of a larger informal game. There is an umbrella of informal games. Under that umbrella of informal games exists every single formal game. So within a formal game, you're going to have known players. At least one of them has to be playing the game. There are going to be rules. There's going to be a way to keep score, a beginning, a middle, and an end, a strategy for how to play the game. Maybe you don't play it well, but you know that there is a strategy for it. All formal games are man-made, and they all exist under the umbrella of an informal game. We'll dig into each one of these pieces a little bit later as we work through this next 360 days, I believe it is, that we have left for the rest of the year. But that's the introduction to what a formal game is. So I'm interested in your thoughts. What do you think of the concept of formal games? Where do you play formal games? What formal games have you created? Throw them into the comment feature below. I'm very interested to find out what type of formal games you like to play and how you play them as well. If you're interested in the past episodes of the Chasing Rabbits vlog, visit my website, Hearted Consulting, and on the top there is a link for the vlog called Chasing Rabbits. Click on that and you'll find all the past episodes. I encourage you to follow me on Facebook, follow me on LinkedIn, definitely follow me on Instagram, and I look forward to sharing this journey with you throughout the course of the year. But for tonight, I'm going to leave you with this. Every formal game that you play, you always have a chance to win. Anyone who's playing can win. That's not the same with informal games. So until tomorrow, I wish you all well and keep playing. Until then, tassalam, my friends, and have a wonderful night. Be well and do good.